Hello, this is Philip, and in my last video, which will be in the description below, I gave a couple opinions about the word atheist, and I gave you one opinion that is a chart I'll show on screen, and another opinion which is where you got theist on one side, atheist on one side, and agnostic in the middle. And I said that I was leaning towards that side, which would be the proper way to identify yourself. And I also told you guys that I wanted to start a conversation about this. And conversation did happen. I got a lot of comments for my small little channel, and I did reply to a few of them right after the video was uploaded. But after I got more and I got to thinking, I don't really even think exactly the same thing that I did when I made the video. So I don't know. I'm not really leaning in any direction anymore. I'm just sitting on the fence by my lonesome self. But one of the interesting things that happened in the interactions in the comments, everybody disagreed with me. I don't know if I got one person who agreed with me. And the other interesting thing that happened in the comments was that a lot of the people who commented gave me differing opinions between you guys. Let's talk about the comments. So first thing I gotta say, a couple people talked about my title, Stop Calling Yourself Atheists, which I admit is a little clickbaity, but I like to title my videos things that I would click on, but without going off subject. First thing I want to talk about is something both Daryl and Robin Dude pointed out, and that is putting an A before a word does not always make a word mean the opposite thing. And they both used amoral, immoral, and moral to make that point, and they are correct. So, yes, I admit A does not always make a word opposite. I should have saw that before I put it in my video. But the point is, and I don't think this changes the point, is that theist and atheist were on two different sides. House of Reason also commented on my video, and I have had conversations with this dude. He's a cool dude. I did not reply to his comment on the YouTube video, but I'll comment on some of his comment right now. And he says, agnostic is not a third player. Theist is someone who believes in God. Atheist means someone who does not hold a belief in God/gods. This is a true dichotomy. Gnostic has to do with knowledge. Agnostic was not even a word until the 1800s. Agnostic is a worthless word because no matter how confident someone is, they cannot hold knowledge a God exists. It depends on what you mean by knowledge. You mean knowledge as in something you can see and touch, or knowledge as in something you know is there? Like, for example, I know my wife is in her room based on evidence. I can't see or touch her right now. So I do have an evidence-based faith. So it depends on what you mean by knowledge. I don't know. I might be starting a whole new debate and conversation right here. But anyways, that's not even what I was going to comment on this comment. Too many comments going on. But agnostic is a useless word. And I didn't even know that agnostic wasn't a word until the 1800s. So that's interesting. And that could make an interesting conversation. What if you just throw out agnostic and just have atheist and theist? That would make things way more simpler. Then you could just have people who believe in God and people who don't believe in God. There. Problem fixed. Theist and atheist. You don't even need to get all complex on people. Add in the agnostics in. But there's a problem with that, and it's not me trying to cause problems, but there are a lot of people who identify as agnostic, so we can't just throw them out. Let me read John Hammond's comment. So you tell me what I should call myself as someone that does not believe in God. The point is, If I tell you that I am an atheist, I get it. Job done. Well, I agree with you. If I meet someone on the street and we get a conversation going, and I'm curious about what they think about the world and things around them on a deeper level, and they mention that they're an atheist, I get the point. They do not believe in God. So, and back to House of Reason's comment, I mean, atheist and theist, I mean, that does really make things very, very simple. And simple world is nice. I'm going to read Mark C's comment, and I remember when a long time ago, I was reading his comments on some of my older videos a year or two ago, and he had a little spider as his, it was a jumping spider, some kind of jumping spider, as his profile picture. So now he's got a bird. Yeah, I noticed. But let's see what some of his comments says here. It becomes tricky when you start getting into technicalities, what it means to truly know something, and if such a thing is even possible, etc. A person might believe a thing beyond any doubt, but does that mean they really know it? Are they necessarily even claiming to know it? There comes a point where simple labels become less useful, and you're better off just asking a person to tell you about their beliefs and the reasons for them. You know, I agree with this comment completely, and he was talking about the knowledge thing that we were talking about just a little bit ago. But I like a part most where he says that there comes a point when simple labels can't do anymore. They've done their job. Daryl mentions this at the end of his comment. The real world application is to correctly and accurately define one's position so that we talk to each other and not past each other. I couldn't agree more. And this is how I want to conclude this video. We can't just come into a conversation with somebody we just met and say, I know everything about what you believe, or even just think that, just because of a one-word label, like agnostic, theist, atheist, or if we go to the chart, a two-word label, agnostic atheist, agnostic theist, gnostic theist, gnostic atheist. We can't use labels like that. I mean, it comes to a point where we just got to talk to each other. So that's one thing I want to mention at the end of this video too, is I appreciated all the comments. Thank you for watching. See you guys.